Now we are going to see what is variable. Okay, so declaration introduce a variable's name into program and specify its type. So variable, it is an identifier actually, or symbolic name which is assigned to the memory location. So example, they have given over here, that is int a, then double x is equal to 5.9, char answer is equal to n. So all a, x, answer, these are variables over here that we can initialize, okay, at the time of you are writing the program. Okay, so here for double x we have assigned the value as 5.9. So assigning values to the variables during the declaration, it is called as initialization. Means char answer is equal to n, means we are assigning or initializing the variable answer as n. Then next we are going to see, that is a constants. Constants refer to fixed values, as the name suggests, that is a constant. Okay, so it can be a fixed value or literals that are directly used in the program. So there may be integer constant, floating point constant, character constant, escape sequences, string literals. Okay, for example, suppose here we can use directive. Constants are can be specified using the preprocessor. So directive hash define we use for that. Suppose you know the value of pi is fixed, that is 3.14159. So you can mention it in as hash define pi 3.14159. Okay, so the preprocessor replaces the identifier pi by the text 3.14159 throughout the program. So the major drawback of hash define is that the data type of the constant is not specified. So the preprocessor merely replaces all the occurrences of the string pi with 3.1459. Okay, so here we can use this as a constant. Okay, so there are many constants we can use over here in the program. Then comments. Comments we have seen, it is a single line comment or multi-line comment we have seen. So comments are always good thing to use, because not everyone is as smart as you, okay, and need more explanation in order to understand your program. Suppose you have declared the variable a, then what purpose, why you declare it as a, which value you are going to store, that you can mention in the comment. You may not be as smart next month when you have to change your program. See, after 1 month, if you are sharing or you are going to see the same program, then after 1 month you forget that why, what is the purpose, or why I initialize these much variables. So comments are very, very nice thing in your C program. Okay, it clarify your code and explain the relational behind a group of statements. So for example, there is a multi-line comment you can use, that is slash and asterisk, and for closing you can use asterisk slash. So if there are multi-line comments, means more than my explanation is more about my program. So in single line it is not fixed, so I use this multi-line comment over there. Okay, so most of multi-line comments are used to specify the modules, to mention the purpose of the module and the purpose of the program. Then the next concept we are going to see, that is type conversion. So we all of you know that C is a hard type language, meaning that each variable has a fixed type that does not change and which determines the possible assignments and applicable operators. double pi is equal to 3.14 suppose, and we return c, character c is equal to x. Okay, so some type conversions occur automatically. Suppose for example, see the above example of pi and c, it is good. Okay, you can mention because the values as it is 3.14, I can mention that it is a double. Then in single quote I have used x, so it is of character type. So some type conversions occur automatically, for example, into float or float to double, but also character into int. For example, suppose int I have declared it as a 17. Okay, and float x is equal to I. So I is an integer, so it will assign x as a 17. But if integer j is equal to 2, okay, and float y is equal to I divided by j, so which will assign the value of I is 17 divided by value of j is 2, so 17 divided by 2 is equal to 8, but y is not 8.5. Okay, so meaning is that type conversion can be forced by the programmer through the typecasting. Okay, we can mention over here typecasting. Okay, then library functions we have seen over here, that many functionalities in C are carried out by the library functions, and these functions perform file access, data conversion, and mathematical computation. Like suppose math.h file is there, which is having the maths function. So see over here in main function I have declared over here x is equal to sine y. So sine value of y, okay, means it will find out the sine value for 1.57. Okay, and it will store it into the x. So many library functions are there that we can use. Then header files, header file contains the declaration of the function you want to use in your code. So the preprocessor directive hash include takes care of incorporating a header file into your source file. So example you can see over here, hash include mat.h, or you can see you can write it down, include in double quotes my program.h. So the brackets this indicate the compiler first searches the standard include library or directory which contains the standard C header files first, and the quotation marks that indicates the compiler first searches the header file into the local directory. So if you do not include the appropriate header file, okay. Then my program.c, for example, suppose header and library files, how they are going to access here. My program.c compiler will compile it, object file is created, and when we include mat.h or include the my program.h, see over here there are some library header file, that is mat.h, it will access as it is. Then include my program.h, it will use the header file, user header file, which is created by the user. Okay, it will searches in the directory. Okay, and it will used further. Okay, then my program.o, the object file, it is linked with the link and executable file is created, that is my program. And the library file, if you have included any for any other library files, it will be accessed by the linker itself. Okay, example we have seen the input output program for print the different data types. So here we have shown, or we have given the example of this. Okay, hash include stdio.h int main, int a double x character c, enter integer, we have accepted the integer. Okay, so for scanf, if we are accepting the integer value, you have to mention the percent %d. Okay, it is a syntax. Then after that, it is the percent %d, it is written into the double quotes, comma, and a, that is address of a. Okay, then printf enter double, we have to mention lf over here, percent %lf, ampersand x. Then enter character, percent %c, you can mention ampersand c. Printf, then the value of a is percent %d, of x is percent %l, lf of c is percent %c slash n, that is axc. Okay, that you can mention over here. So a stream is an abstraction that refers to the flow of the data. So standard output device, std out, then print percent %d a variable a. Then for variable a, scanf percent %d ampersand a stdin, that is standard input device. Okay, so they are showing that how the flow of data is there for standard input and output for the variable. So how you can use the printf, how we can use the scanf. Okay, so printf, it is for standard output, scanf is for standard input. So printf allows you to send output to the standard out, that is screen. The special character /n represents the carriage return line feed. Then the symbol percent %d is a placeholder for an integer variable in the format string. So printf, we have mentioned in double quotes the formatted string. The value of a is percent %d slash n and comma a, means what, whatever value of a, it is printed in place of your percent %d. Okay, so that will be replaced by the value of the variable a when the printf statement is executed. So there are some placeholders given. For integer, it is percent %d. For long, it is percent %ld. Okay, then for float, it is percent %f. For double, it is percent %lf, and for character, it is percent %c. So scanf allows you to read input from the standard input, that is keyboard. Scanf uses the same placeholder as printf. So scanf, if I am given that scanf percent %d ampersand a, so the program reads an integer value from the keyboard and places its value into the integer variable a. So notice is that to put the ampersand in the front of variable, the reason becomes clear when you learn more about pointers. So for more information for printf and scanf, you can write it down, man printf and man scanf. So you will get it, the more information about that, how you can access it. Okay, arithmetic increment and decrement of operators we can use in this language. For example, suppose if I want to increment the value by 1, then suppose a is my variable name, then I can write it down a plus plus. Okay, a plus plus means a is equal to a plus 1. Okay, then I can assign it to other variables also. Suppose I have mentioned over here a is equal to b plus plus. See, prefix operator and postfix operator, these are the two different things that we can use. If I have written the plus plus b, means what, it is a pre-increment, that is it will increment first and then it will assign. And if I have written b plus plus, a is equal to b plus plus, then the b is assigned first and then it is incremented. Okay,